What is up again, YouTube? It is Campaign back in another video, and today we're going to look at Starfield's performance on the Steam Deck. Starting out, we're going to check out, let's go to display. We have everything set on Ultra, but motion blur is turned off. This is just the default preset for Ultra, by the way. And I'm not sure how easy the frame counter is to see, so I'll just mostly tell you guys what I'm getting. And this is going to be the load time. I have a USB-C hub plugged into the Steam Deck right now, but I'm using the Xbox controller. This way my hands aren't all in the way. It's a pretty nice little USB-C hub, by the way. Like, it just sits on the back, has a kickstand and stuff. It's made by NewQ. I got it on Amazon. I quite like it. I use it a lot. So right now we're getting 60 frames per second, just buttery smooth, but this is indoors at a city. It's at New Atlantis, but we're indoors. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go outdoors, and then we're gonna look at what we're getting. I might not have chose the right thing. I don't even know. I think we actually need to go to Nat Station. It might have selected my first option. I'm sure it did, actually. But here's the load time to a different area. Wait, we do seem to be actually at New Atlantis. It is saying that the frame rate is 56 FPS, but it does not feel like it. So something is definitely wrong with, like, you guys can see that. This is closer to like 20 frames per second. I suppose this is playable, but I don't know if anybody would actually want to play it like this. Again, this is ultra settings, so we can fine tune these a little bit. I mean, this is playable though, but the Steam counter is completely wrong right now. I've tried to make this video 3 times now. Since my Steam Deck has Windows on it, I tried to use Fraps, I tried to use Xbox Game Overlay, and now the built-in Steam FPS counter. And they all don't really seem to be showing the correct FPS values. And unfortunately, from what I can tell, the game does not have like a show FPS button in it. We could also try and turn VSync off and see what that does. If anything's different. A little better. It's still saying I'm getting 52 frames per second, which that is just completely false. So let's go ahead and change some settings. We will see what does just high look like. Turn motion blur off, VSync off as well. Try and get the Steam Deck back straight in the camera. Okay, this is a whole lot more playable actually. Also, let me just turn the volume down. It's a little too loud. I feel like I'm having to talk over it. I could still see this being like 26 FPS, so like this is playable at this point. And again, we are at one of the biggest cities in the game, or you know, from what I know at least, like the biggest cities I've seen so far. So I mean, this definitely is more taxing area than like say being indoors and stuff. Now going to medium. Alright, medium, we're starting to get pretty playable. Like, this feels roughly like 30 frames per second with a few dips. Again, Steam is saying we're getting 60 frames per second. I'm not sure where that's coming from. I've also restarted the Steam Deck multiple times to try and get the frame counter to work correctly, and just with no luck. It just, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's using FSR2, and like it's manipulating the frame counter in some type of way. What is VRS? Enable variable, I can't rate shading during rendering. Let's turn that off and see what this does. Okay, that's even smoother actually. So I will say I do think Starfield is very playable on the Steam Deck. We're gonna go ahead and put it in low settings, and everything else should be good. All right, now we're getting. This feels like probably 40 frames per second plus, like maybe 45 or so. Of course, the Steam Deck counter is saying 60, but considering this is New Atlantis as well, and it is this smooth, honestly, this is great. So, next what we're going to do is I'm going to get to my ship. I'm not sure. I'm standing up right now, so I'm kind of far away from the Steam Deck screen, and it is making it, rather difficult to actually see some of the smaller text. So let's see if we can just. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Let's see what happens if we fast travel here. If this is my ship, I want to take it out into space real fast and see how the space area is running. Time to move on. Okay, it is. All right, so you can go ahead and take off. And we'll put space on like ultra and high, medium, low as well. Sorry that my camera stand is shaking. Okay, so space feels very smooth. If I had to guess, this is 50 to 60 frames per second, which this is about what I was expecting. It's not having to actually render quite as much up here. Let's go ahead and let's just go straight for ultra now. So this is probably like, if I had to guess, because the Steam counter's wrong, Fraps was wrong, Xbox Game Overlay, I would guess this is like 23 frames per second. I'd say technically playable, but like you wouldn't want to. It looks good though. Let's go ahead and hop onto high. Nice, so this is like in the 30s now for sure. Maybe dip into 28. Okay, medium. Yeah, this is smooth, bro. At this point, it's hard to get a fair guess, I would say, on what frame rate I'm getting. But regardless, it feels pretty good. And we have already seen low as soon as we came to space. So next I want to check this out. We're going to try and like travel to a location. Why don't we actually put it on ultra. Go up here. And then let's see, we'll just do this. I want to go somewhere far enough to where it should like do the hyper jump. I'm not exactly sure what they call that right now. This is where my mission is, so let's just go here. We'll set course and jump. Hopefully this should do the animation, yeah. I only have one bar on my grab right now, so that makes it take a little longer to do the grab jump. The effects look good. It did have some dips in there, but pretty playable. I probably wouldn't recommend playing this game on ultra settings on the Steam Deck. But if you really wanted to, you could.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare
I don't have any contraband, so that's good. They're not gonna like. I don't know what happens when you have contraband, honestly. But let's go ahead and select a location to go to. I'm not sure where my quest is on this area right now, but it doesn't matter. Let's just go up here. Let's land, and we'll get a quick look at how Mars runs, and that'll probably be the end of the video. So far, I've actually really been enjoying Starfield. It took a little more learning, I would say, than maybe a typical Bethesda game, but probably just because I was a lot more used to them. Have played, all the well, not all the Fallouts and all the Elder Scrolls. I play like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, of course. But yeah, Ultra's just really not like playable. It runs, but like it's just not ideal at all. And then like Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. I even checked out Fallout 76 for a little while. So I mean, I really like Bethesda games, and this one has been very polished. We'll just play. I'm gonna personally play on low settings. Oh yeah, look at that. That is running pretty good, boys. Like this is probably actually close to 60 frames per second. If not, it is 60, and maybe with a few dips. And I'd say this is completely playable. If you were planning to get Starfield on your Steam Deck, some of the bigger locations like New Atlantis and stuff might be, a little bit choppier in terms of frame rate. But I think overall you're gonna have a pretty good experience with the game, and this is gonna be a good game to get, honestly, in my opinion. Especially if like you have Windows on your Steam Deck and you can play Game Pass games come September 6th and don't have to pay for it. If you already have Game Pass, you are paying for Game Pass, obviously. I think that this would be a great game to have downloaded for some like on-the-go fun, or whenever, even just like lounging at the house. So if you guys did enjoy, this is my first ever performance review, and I'm sorry about the frame rate counter, not working. I tried everything I could, from downloading Fraps, Xbox Game Overlay, and doing the Steam Overlay, and just really all of them were off. So it's really weird. But if you guys did enjoy, at least you guys can see how the game is running, and it's really running good, honestly. Like I'm quite impressed. I did not think this game was gonna run at all. It has proved me wrong completely. And I'm definitely going to be playing Starfield on my Steam Deck. But without further ado, guys, if you did enjoy, just make sure to drop a like rating, subscribe for more, and I do Steam Deck streams all the time, like mostly playing World of Warcraft though. So if you guys want to see like classic WoW, that's what I'm kind of into right now when it comes to MMOs. Make sure to subscribe for that and come by the streams, and I hope to see you there. I'm Campaign. Peace out.